All right, let's get real. We've all seen the perfect project plans in textbooks, right? But what happens when a complex AI project actually hits the ground running in a real company? How do you pick the right playbook? Well, we're going to skip the theory and look at what actually works out there. And just so you know, what we're covering today is drawn from Chapter 14 of the course on Comparing Project Management Methodologies for AI Implementations by Virtualization Options LLC. So here's our game plan. We're going to jump into 3 incredible real-world stories, one from healthcare, one from finance, and one from manufacturing. Then we'll wrap it all up by pulling out the key lessons that every leader needs to know before they start their next AI project. You know, theory is one thing, but the real world is where the rubber meets the road. So to really understand which methodology to use, we're going to dig into how real companies with real challenges manage to pull off some amazing AI projects. Okay. First up, let's head to a large hospital. Now picture this. It's their first ever major AI project. And the goal? Oh, just to predict when a patient's health is about to seriously decline. I mean, talk about a high-pressure situation. So you've got this big medical center, totally new to AI, in a culture that is, and you can't blame them, super cautious. You can't just move fast and break things in healthcare. Their mission was to build a tool that could literally help doctors save lives. That is no small task.
So how on earth did they manage this? Well, they got creative. They built a hybrid model. See, they used a traditional step-by-step waterfall approach to keep the regulators and executives happy with formal sign-offs. But for the data scientists, they used agile sprints to let them experiment and build the model quickly. It was the best of both worlds, structure where they needed it and speed where it mattered.
And the results? Well, this is the reality of AI projects, isn't it? On one side, amazing wins. They got FDA clearance, and the doctors actually loved and used the tool. But on the other side, it wasn't easy. The timeline got pushed back by 6 months because of, you guessed it, data quality nightmares and issues with old systems. It's a classic story, huge value, but with some serious bumps in the road.
But here is the number that makes all of that pain worthwhile. 87% accuracy in predicting a patient's decline 12 hours before it happens. I mean, let that sink in. That's not just a statistic. That's a life-saving tool, and it proves that getting through those challenges was absolutely the right thing to do.
And listen to this, straight from the source. The project manager said this hybrid model wasn't a messy compromise, it was a strategic choice. It gave the bosses the confidence they needed while letting the tech team do their best work. That balance, that was their secret sauce.
Okay, let's do a complete 180. We're leaving the cautious world of healthcare and jumping into the super fast-paced world of a regional bank. Here, the problem wasn't saving lives, it was saving money, fast. They had to stop credit card fraud, and they basically needed a solution yesterday. And their setup was the total opposite of the hospital. We're talking a small, tight-knit team of just 8 experts. They didn't need layers of oversight, they needed to move. So they went with pure Scrum, an approach built around short, 2-week dashes, or sprints, to get working results as fast as possible. And the result? Whoa, $2 million a year saved. I mean, that's the kind of number that makes everyone in the C-suite pay attention. By trusting a small, skilled team with a fast-moving framework, they delivered incredible value in just half a year. So what's the big lesson here? It's that the methodology was a perfect match for the team. See, Scrum is amazing, but it really sings when you have a team of pros who know what they're doing and can manage themselves. In this case, it was a match made in heaven. All right, for our third and final story, we're going from the server room to the factory floor. We're talking about an automotive parts manufacturer that wanted to use AI to predict when machines would break down and to spot quality issues before they became big problems. And this is where they were so smart. This company's entire culture was already built on the idea of lean, getting rid of waste and making everything flow smoothly. So instead of forcing some brand new system on everyone, they chose lean Kanban, which just built on the ideas their team already lived and breathed every day. It just fit. And you have got to see these results. The time it took to get a new AI model from an idea to actually working on the factory floor, it went from 4 months down to just 45 days. They were pumping out 4 times as many models, and they cut unexpected machine downtime by almost a quarter. I mean, these are totally game-changing numbers. And the bottom line financial impact? Get ready for this. $5 million in savings every single year, all because they picked a playbook that worked with their culture, not against it. Incredible. Okay, so let's zoom out.
We've seen 3 totally different companies, 3 different playbooks, and 3 big wins. So what are the universal truths here? What can we as leaders take away from all this?
First thing, and if you forget everything else, please remember this: respect the data. The healthcare story showed us that bad data isn't a small problem, it's a project killer. You have to invest time up front to figure out what data you have and if it's any good. It is the single biggest risk in any AI project, period.
Second big lesson, context is king. There is no best project management method. The best approach is the one that fits your team, your company culture, and your unique challenges. The hospital needed control, the bank needed speed, the factory needed flow. It's about finding the right tool for your specific job. So, I want to leave you with a quick checklist. Before you kick off your next AI project, ask these 4 questions. How does our culture work? How much oversight do we really need? Is our team ready to run fast with an agile approach? And honestly, have we budgeted enough time for data prep? And trust me, whatever you think it is, double it.
And that's really the final thought here. Your next big AI project is on the horizon. You've seen what works out there in the real world, so the question is, which playbook are you going to choose?